Hey yo, Finally TV back in the building one more time with a familiar face. You might recognize him. It is Mr. Down Low of Down Low Productions. Sir, say what's up.
What's good? What's good?
Mr. DLP, thank you for coming back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Definitely.
I love having you on the show. You guys may remember his episode. If you didn't peep his episode, make sure you get out there, go watch Voice of the Valley DLP. You will not be disappointed. It's a great interview. And since then, my man's been working, putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and going by the mantra, don't just dream, inspire, don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve, because he has put out the tape, No Fast Forward. It's got 22 tracks on there, and we're going to get into it right now.
Yes, sir.
So, like we say, 22 tracks, you know, and you were saying too that some of the tracks aren't brand new. Some of these tracks are a little bit older, you know, but like the fire ones, you're like,
I'm gonna put everything on this just to, you know.
It's almost. Do you look at this album as like a body of work for you, like like your production body of work?
Oh
That's how you look at it. Yeah. Because like. Was there an album prior to this that you had put out, like in this way? No, right?
No, just a couple singles here and there.
Gotcha.
And then I just decided to put everything on the album.
Gotcha. And now it makes a lot of sense why there are some older tracks on here that made it on there. Okay. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna go through each track, 22 of them. If you hear some music playing, obviously it's the No Fast Forward album by DLP. Did you? I didn't count them up because I was busy. Okay. But did you count up how many features you have on here?
Briefly, there's probably like estimate definitely over 70.
Wow. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You got part 1 and 2s of tracks. You know, you got 8 people on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's anywhere from I think 2 people to up to 8 people on a track.
Yeah. I think there's only one track with 1 person on it, right? The Bumba Clot.
Nah, that's 4 people.
There's 4 people on it. Oh, because they're
the only track. The last track is 2 people with Dell and Curious.
Got you.
Only track with 2 people.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's just say it like this: No Fast Forward. Why is it called that? Because quite literally, you can just play it and let it play. No need to fast forward anything. There's 0 filler on this album. There's no filler. And quite honestly, you probably could have made a part 1 and 2.
I could have, and that's how I'm gonna do the CD. I am gonna put out CDs
1 and 2,
and it's gonna be a part 1 and part 2.
Gotcha.
And then just sell it as a package deal.
Okay. And you know what? What's a great idea to do right here, Dave, is let's let the people know. Look right into the camera. Let them know where they can find this. I'll put the link in the description.
It's right now. It's on Bandcamp. It's DLPRTP.bandcamp.com, I guess.
Okay.
Or whatever. However you
spell it. I'll get the exact link.
DLP, Bandcamp right now. That's
DLP.
where it's at, and we're working on the iTunes and all that.
Okay, and it's called No Fast Forward. Minimum requirements $10, but you could actually pay whatever you want. So if you're really, really feeling it, throw in some extra.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Because you're actually allowed to stream it on there.
Yeah, you can stream it first.
Yeah,
you can stream it up to 3 times.
Yep.
And then after that, if you want to listen to it again, you have to purchase it.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I tell you what, a lot of these tracks bump in your car, you know, because a lot of my time I was spent in the car listening to stuff. So I appreciate that. But yo, good work on the album, man. You know, congratulations, man.
Appreciate
I think it's dope.
Long time coming.
Yeah, no, it is, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Let's get right into it, and I'll have some questions along the way about some other stuff. All right. So you kick off the album with a song called Veteran Status. I'm familiar with this one. This is one of the older ones that I do recall. One of my favorite MCs on here, the Rock Nest Monsters on there. Tell me a little bit about Veteran Status, how you put that together, and why this collection of MCs on it.
Veteran Status, that actually is a remix that I did just to, step it up a little bit for, 2018.
Okay.
What made me do that record was a song called Holy Water. Back in the day, it was Lord,
okay. I was like, holy, wait a minute.
It was on the Lyricist Lounge album, Lord Have Mercy and D.V. Elias Christ.
Yes.
And ever since that day, like I've always been into voices, like Sadat, Q-Tip, just that distinguished voice, and Lord and D.V. Elias Christ with his singing and then Rock just to fill it in was like
Talk
I
about a
have to
voice.
once I heard that Holy Water, I always said to my boy, I was like, yo, I'm going to do a record with these dudes.
Yeah.
You know, and it just...
Oh, that's great,
it just
man.
happened, and I got in contact with DV Elias Christ on MySpace.
Okay.
And then...
and this ain't the only track he's on.
No.
Yeah.
That's he helped me out a lot.
Oh, okay,
throughout
good.
this whole journey.
So just to run it down for you guys, DV Alias Christ, Lord Have Mercy, and the Rock Nest Monster on this track. Quite easily named veteran status because all three of them.
And it's crazy because it's probably one of the oldest songs I have, and you know how many people weekly hit me up and were like, yo, that's my favorite song.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. You guys will like it too, I promise. It sets off the album in a very
There's a
good
video
way.
for that song too.
Oh, okay. Let's cut to that right now.
Thought we shared together disappeared without a warning as the book is closed forever. So the truth is slowly
They thought I was back from a grave I ain't never been in. Living in a world that we all sinning demons to my ending. I breathe new life, new beginnings. Winning is the topic, no option. My optics see no evil. Shepherd staff in my hand. I'm here to lead people. You're immortal, we're not equal. Blow shots hit your brain through the peephole. Introduce you to fear. Welcome to my creep show.
All right, so let's move on. This next track, it hit home for me because you got one of the upstate veterans on here. You know, my boy El Gaunt, who has not arrived yet on Finally TV.
Let's go, Gaunt.
Yeah, come on, man. What you waiting for, bro? Come on. But I Don't Play.
Yeah.
Planet Asia, El Gaunt, VVS Verbal, and Straight Jacket. Now, VVS Verbal. Poughkeepsie Cat? Is that a Poughkeepsie?
Nah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay, got you. I got him mixed up with somebody else. Okay. So let's talk about I Don't Play. This collection of MCs, Asia, Gaunt, Verbal, Straight Jacket.
There was really nothing planned for that record, just getting MCs that can spit.
You did that.
You know, and then how I got Asia, that was through a friend, DJ NUT.
Okay.
Called me up one day, was like, yo, Asia's coming through. Because he's from Cali. Yeah. He was like, you want to come through, get a verse, blah, blah, blah. And I made it happen. So I was actually there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Recording with Asia.
You have the KRS-One, I Don't Play.
They also.
Okay. So did you cut that up?
No, that was DJ Bless One out in Arizona.
So he did that one. I saw his name a couple times on here. Okay, yeah.
He's from Arizona.
Yeah, I Don't Play. Yeah. I like. See, and let's just say right here, the thing I like about this album is that it brings you back to that essence of hip hop, and I don't want to say old school because it's got a new wave to it, but like the idea of having a dope beat and then somebody spitting on it and then somebody cutting up.
Yeah, you gotta give respect to the DJ.
You know, somebody cutting up the hook. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's hip hop.
You don't get that a lot no more. That's why I did that a couple times on the
You did. I noticed that.
Because the DJ, you know, it's like, even go to a show now, half the time the DJ's back, you know, pushing the button and not doing, you know, they don't get that spotlight no more.
Exactly.
You know, it's like you used to go to a show and DJ used to get, you know, a half-hour set.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
showing off, you know, getting the crowd hype for you.
It's rare that you get that anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought that was something that was glaring to me. That was something that you did on here, and I really appreciated it. Yeah. Okay, so that, I was wrong with that. Wasn't it's such a strong voice, but it is. It's daylight. I remember. I remember that now. Now it makes all the sense in the world. All right, so moving on, we had another track on here, Heavy Metal.
Yep.
And Jux Diamonds, Ron Johnson, Junkie Goods. Some of these people I haven't heard of. Dave, help me out.
Yeah. A lot of these. This record is a lot of up and coming artists. From different areas,
El Majestic.
Yeah, El Majestic. I want to say he's out in Spring Valley area.
Okay.
Jux Diamonds is from Brooklyn. He's on his way out, you know, up, whatever.
And no relation to Rusty J?
No. Okay. It's just, not all the tracks on here are with, you know, artists that are out there. Like
Yeah.
That, you know,
No, I was just curious.
Yeah, these are, but they're all dope MCs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know the names, but I listen to the song.
These dudes, you know, Jux Diamonds, I got a lot of records with him on there too.
This song, has like I wrote scary movie beat. You know, I think you could get that into a score for a movie. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I thought that was pretty cool. You have any thoughts about how you made that beat or what you?
The guitar wasn't in there at first.
Okay.
And it was just the piano and all that. And then my boy Brett Butler, he sings and raps, so he plays guitar and a bunch of other things.
Okay.
So I always said I wanted a record with a guitar in it.
Yeah.
And when Junkie Goods did the hook, he came back with that heavy metal, thing. So I'm like, perfect opportunity.
Yeah. That's
called up, my man and said, do some riffs on this, and that's what he come up with.
Okay, got you. I like it. See, that's what creating's all about. Yeah. And then, so coming off of that, it looks like you got Jux Diamonds right here, and it's fitting because it's like back in style, and he's back in the mix.
Yep.
But this one brings back Pace One, El Gant, VVS Verbal, and Lil Dap. Now, Lil Dap from the group home, Lil Dap? Okay. Act like they don't know. You know what I mean? That's dope, man. So talk to me, how did you come about this track? Because this one was nice. This is a remix, too.
Yeah, that's a remix. The first beat was dope. It was all right. But I always said I wanted to do something different, so I just, made a remix to it. And, the actual sample was Jay-Z, and you probably won't hear anybody sample it, which is good because it just so happened I was listening to the radio one day on the way home, and Young Jeezy had just did a show, I want to say in the Barclays Center, and he brought Jay-Z out. So in this little skit, I've been listening to on the radio, Jay-Z comes out on stage, and the first thing he says is, real niggas back in style. So I'm like, oh shit. I said, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So I went home and I YouTubed it and found that clip.
Oh, okay.
Back in style. I'm taking this.
Back in style. I like it. I like it. Okay. So you gotta be creative all the way around, Yeah. This isn't the first time I've seen you with El Gant, obviously on the album, but is there any plans in the future? A little bit more work with you too?
Yeah. I hope so.
I'm hoping so too, El Gant. Make your way up to Wappinger Falls.
Doing a lot of EPs this year,
Yeah. He's got his thing going too.
Yeah, he does. He stays busy.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Shouts to J-Mo Gang.
Yeah, J-Mo Gang and
Rise Kaz.
It's but J57, I think is the producer. Yeah, but whatever. We talking about no fast forward right now. So and then you hit him with. What happened?
Oh, no. What are you still talking about?
Oh, Back in Style?
Yeah.
I was just saying how it's dope that you brought back Lil Dap.
Yeah, Lil Dap. That's funny. It's weird how that came about. Was I think I hit him up on Twitter, and I hit him with my number or something. So he hits me back with a 570 number. So I'm looking. I'm like, that sounds familiar. So my area code where I live at, my house number is 570.
Oh.
So I'm like, wait a second.
You got my crib?
So I'm like, I hit him back like, yo, where you at? He's like, PA. I'm like, wow. I said, I'm in PA. We're like maybe a half hour away from each other.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, wow, so, small world. Yeah. And we just made that record happen.
Got you. I think it's pretty dope how you got so many people to come out and support this thing and jump on it, I think it's a testament to your grind, obviously the quality of work that you're putting out. I think people are appreciating that. And that's the only way you could do so much work, with all these people if you're doing quality.
I get asked it all the time. I'm like, how do you get so many people on one record? And I'm like, just make it happen. I don't know.
You got to network, you got to talk, and you got to have good work. If you trust me, if your beats are whack, they're not gonna. You know what I mean? If you haven't already figured it out, go listen to it. No fast forward, DLP. So let's move along. You got this one song where you got Busta going crazy on the hook, and you took a cool sample from him, the new and improved.
Okay, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that. And Jux Diamonds makes another appearance on this one. So let's talk about that.
Jux is on a few records. Shout out to Jux. Again, I wouldn't say it's all new jacks because Supreme, he's from Boot Camp. Okay. I don't know if you remember the representatives.
Yes.
Okay, that's who he's from.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a record I just put together. It just sounded right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the hook. I like what you did with the hook.
I wish it was really Busta Rhymes. So that's my goal for this year. To get Busta Rhymes on the record.
There you go. There you go. Got many notes here. Was there a side note? Was there like a favorite artist on here? That I don't want you to say the other ones weren't great, but is there somebody that you were like, oh man, this one's hitting it for me?
I don't know. I'd say one of my favorite records on the record is Call It What You Want It.
Okay, yeah.
For some reason, that record's always stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just because it's just artists that a lot of people really don't, get features from, and it's just, I just think it's a dope record.
Yeah, and it must have been cool to work with the Alcoholics, but we're gonna get to that one. We'll get to that one. So then we going on, and I have this one little note for this song. It's called Musical Talents. Young Dirty's on there, BBS Verbal's on there again. You got your DJ Blessed one doing some cut, but the flow's on there. I love the flows that these MCs came with on that beat. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's kind of like you with the beat. I feel like you almost gave them like a blank canvas, and they're like, you can do whatever you want, but And I love the way Young Dirty sets it off.
Well, we were in the studio. Guided Dirty, like, listen, this, like, he came out, like, I have footage of like his version. Do it like, do it like this. We changed a couple lines. So it was like we kind of made it fit. We walked him through the whole.
That's dope.
So it was dope to be there.
I definitely appreciated the flows on there. I was like, the first thing that caught me was just like how they were hitting the beat. I was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? So it's probably one of my more.
Shouts to VVS Verbal. We got a lot of
work.
Coming,
Yeah,
we're working on an EP right now. So.
Just you and him?
It's me, him. I'm producing it. It's going to be VVS Verbal, Young Coke from Boot Camp Click, and Lomel, singer that we're working with.
That's what's up. Yeah. So that song was called Musical Talents. Yeah, so definitely I think you guys will like that when you listen to that one.
That's Wu-Tang and Boot Camp.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. All right, and then we come across this song called Bars. And for all us hip hop heads, we know exactly what you mean when you say bars. So when I turned it on, I'm like, I better hear some bars. You know what I mean? And I wasn't disappointed. This one's got Lord Digger, Illinois, UG, Denko, Napoleon the Legend.
Jukes again, I believe.
Is he on this one?
Is he on this?
Nah, I don't have
bars. No, Junkie Goods.
Yeah, Junkie Goods. Yep. Talk to me about. Did you know that these MCs were gonna come with it, or did you say, yo, I gotta hear your verse first? Like,
I had faith in them.
You did.
Usually, I don't think I've ever sent a verse back.
Okay.
Like, hey, you gotta come, come different. But I've always been, satisfied with it.
Oh, okay. So
but I definitely, handpicked these artists
to go on that.
To go on that one.
Got you. Because I haven't heard. What is it? Teyamo
Denko.
Yeah.
He puts in a lot of work.
Yeah, that one I gotta do some more research on him because he was dope, and
he's from I want to say Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
gotcha. How'd you hook up with him?
Probably Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And his producer, this guy D Cyphers from Australia.
Okay.
And he's the one that did the cuts on My Three Sons.
Got you.
And then I guess, just through him, he was working with him, and one thing led to another.
Got you. My wife's gonna tell me right now when she hears this back, why you say got you so much? That's all right, babe. I can say got you. Because I understand.
Yeah,
no, but I thought it was dope. I thought it was also dope. UG makes a couple of appearances on here, right?
Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man.
And we was, I want to say, I think everything that he's been on too, we've been in the studio together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I always try to do that.
Yeah. So now we're arriving at that song you were just talking about. Call It What You Want.
Yeah.
And you got, J Rose on this one, A+ from Souls of Mischief, Del the Funky Homo Sapien. These are people that we've seen probably collabo before, maybe minus A+. But Tell me about this song, man. How did you do this? How did they even realize DLP's making music?
I contacted them again on Twitter. They just agreed to do a record. Actually, I sent them the beat, and I was there to beat. Sent them the beat, and immediately we were like, all right, cool.
And that's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Dell was actually just supposed to do the hook for that record.
And he ended up spitting the verse. Yeah, I was gonna say he has a verse on it. Yeah.
He was just on the hook, and then he was like, "There's a verse." I was like, no doubt.
Yeah, I'll take it. Well, that's a testament to him liking the beat. You know, I mean, he wouldn't spit a verse if he didn't like the beat. I'll tell you that right now.
And they support that record a lot still to this day. Like J-Ro has a little show he does on Instagram every morning, and he constantly plays that record.
Get out.
Yeah,
that's
and
dope.
I seen it the other day. I was like, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, congratulations, Dave,
thank you.
man. That's dope. And then it happened, bro. Then it happened to me. Minding my business, playing this album just to like hear it so we could talk about it in depth a little bit. And a very familiar voice comes out in the middle of this track, man. My boy Underground, man, shows up on the No Fast Forward joint. Talk to me about attention span, because I love the concept behind it. You put a great little group of MCs on here. Some I've heard, some I haven't. Talk to me about this record, man. How did this happen?
Attention span, basically, that's just the name says it all. The attention span of artists is just, for anybody nowadays, is so bad. You know, so it's
short.
Yeah, it's real short. We were just talking about that the other day. There's records out that are like a minute long. You know, and these guys are selling millions, and you know, like, I'm sitting here put 8 MCs on a record, and you're making millions off of a minute-long song. You know, but that's the attention span of these kids. You know,
I mean, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3,
6, I think.
4, 5, 6. Right,
seven maybe with the hook.
Right, 7 people total, and the song is 3:48.
Yeah.
So you got through it. So it's like, what were they all spitting? 8s or 12s?
8 bars each.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
It was 8 bars each. I think 3 verses.
And then I gotta ask you here. This is where I got a little note. How don't you try to get Lord Have Mercy and Under on a track?
And I've thought of that so many times.
Because it would be dope to say who's who.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's the name of the track right there. Who's who? You know what I mean? Is have them trade bars. You know what I mean? Because
I've thought about that.
Yeah, that's now you got the title track. Yeah. Now you got the title of it. Who's who?
I just sent Lord a new beat too.
Send it to Under too.
I hope he picks it. I hope he does something with it.
I've always wanted to hear those two spit together, man. But no, I thought that one was dope, and I thought it was, what I thought was dope is that everybody is spitting short, and it's like attention span, like it was everything about it like hit home for me, you know. So I was like, kudos to you.
Yeah, I like that record a lot too. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I have a little star by it, so that's got me too. And then there's Scared to Death. I got written down. Who are these guys? Who is Bob Banner?
Just some dope ass MCs.
Yeah.
Just all dudes that I met, you know, through the Spit Challenge that I do, through
Which
Facebook.
Is dope. You about to do 4 soon, I saw.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Yep.
That's dope.
I met some of them through there, and then just through social media.
Gotcha.
And Straight Jacket, obviously you see him on a couple songs.
Yeah.
He's from out west. He's from maybe Missouri or somewhere like that.
Gotcha.
Bob Banner's from Queens. Junkie Goods, he's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And who else is on that? Bo Black.
Yeah,
He's from Brooklyn also. That's Rockness Monsters artist.
Oh,
he's under Monster Nation.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't realize he had his own thing going. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I like the track. I wasn't going crazy, but I like the track. You know what I mean?
There's a video for that too.
Boy, y'all brand new niggas just scared to death. For problems, I write prescriptions. Boy, y'all brand new niggas just scared to death. For problems, I write prescriptions. Boy, y'all brand new niggas just scared to death. I don't just write when I'm admired. I write when I'm inspired. Hell, I write when I retire. Ain't fighting my desires. I know you like it when it's fire. At night in your attire, sending lightning at you liars as I tighten up these pliers. Went from pusher to supplier. Now I'm pushing my desires. Supplying what you need. Now I'm fighting for my seeds. Fighting till we feed the titan of MCs. Mike Viking, Mike Tyson. Plus I like it when they bleed. I'm not in it to win it, to make the enemy rich. I'm in it to spin it, trying to make this energy flip. Feel the tension while I'm grinning. Your friends are making me itch, pretending that they winning and end up making up shit. Not to mention I'm a bitch and I'm straight erasing your click.
Then we move on, and it's a familiar track again, because I remember you sending me this track, Left Right.
Yep.
Top Dog, Illinois, Stuck B, BBS Verbal. That track has a video to it or no?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I wrote video. That's it. That one I like. That's one of the older joints that made it onto the album because it's kind of fire. So we're gonna put it on there. Talk about that song a little bit.
That song originally was supposed to be an OGC record.
Oh, okay.
But that didn't happen. Just for things I can't talk about. Top Dog's out. Yeah, so Top Dog did his verse, and then it was supposed to be an OGC record from that. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, so we made it into Left Right with other boot camp members, right? And Stuck B is Sean Price's brother.
Okay.
Yeah, and VVS Verbal is he's affiliated with Boot Camp 2 with Bucktown, USA, which is Steele's home camp.
Gotcha. Okay. And there's a video for that.
There's a video for that.
That's dope. Has that one been getting some notoriety here and there?
Yeah, the video's not bad. Probably have 5,000 views or something like that.
Cool, man. That song's pretty good. I actually have it in my car. I have that and New York Rap.
Okay.
I had that for a while. You gave that to me a while ago. All right, so moving on, we got track 12, and I feel like I had this one too. Ain't Nothing Like, because this
that's an older record.
I had this one too, I think. Yeah, because you got some serious heavy hitters on it. You basically got Brand Nubian minus Lord Jamar, and his counterpart now, Rod Digger, right, and then Rampage, Last Boy Scout on this one. I mean, those are huge names, bro. That must have been fun doing that record.
It was. I wasn't in the studio with nobody. That was all sent verses, but it was quick. It happened quick. I put the word out. I sent them the beat. And same thing. Pooba was. There's two versions. There's one with Pooba, one without. But he was supposed to just do the hook.
Yeah.
And he ended up singing the verse too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I just contacted him. I was like, "Yo, this beat is crazy. Here's a verse too." I was like, "Cool.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna turn it down."
And so here's where I admit to you that despite all your efforts to title this thing No Fast Forward, when I downloaded it, I went right to track 13. Bro, I gotta tell you, I know you saw my honorable mention, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The My Three Sons joint. Actually, now it holds a little bit more special spot for me because I met Chris Rivers.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I got to interview him. Go check that out.
He's a cool kid.
Yeah, man, he's really cool. And I actually reminded him during that interview. I was like, bro, we've met before.
Yeah.
And he's like, we met at Vassar College. You know what I mean? Right. I was like, you were with my man DLP. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of remember meeting you now. And you say that, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's up, salute, you know what I mean? But I like that track. I love the beat on that, bro. Yeah, that beat.
That's an old ass beat too.
That beat is fire.
A lot of people don't know that. That beat is probably. This beat is old.
Yeah, no, it's good though, man.
For some reason, one day I was going through my
catalog
of beats, and I almost want to say it's on a CD that's leading to 2005.
Yeah, I believe it though. No, but it's fire.
And I actually sent Chris all the beats first, and to let him pick the beats out. And out of 5 different beats that were newer, and that was the oldest one, he picked that one. Gotcha. So he actually picked that beat.
I mean, he goes nuts on it.
Yeah, he does.
I would have picked it too if I was him, because if I had that verse for it, I went, let's pick this beat right here. You know what I mean? Because, I already said in my honorable mention that he takes the cake for me. After 3 verses, he destroyed that. and I really like it. It's probably, if it's not my favorite track, it's probably like second or third, you know, because there's some really good tracks on here.
That record got a lot of plays.
It should. You know what I saw? You got bigged up by one of my all-time like favorite like inspirational MCs, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, look at this dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know that crazy. Him, I could go down the list. I got him. Rakim told me that it was a genius idea.
I said the same thing in my honorable mention. I'm like, yo, it was sitting in front of everybody's face. Nobody did it except Dave.
Yeah, Large Professor. We got a retweet from Missy Elliott on that. Like that shit was like Ice-T. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And then we had Bumbleclap. What's his Bankai Fam?
Bankai Fam, yep. They're from Brooklyn. It's a crew out of Brooklyn. Okay. Underground crew.
The reggae kind of influence on that one.
Yeah, there's one reggae artist, Daddy Notch, and the rest all spit. Okay. Daddy Notch and I actually have a couple records coming out, this year. Oh. So we've been working. And, we were supposed to do a video for that, but that never happened. And,
a lot of things get talked about.
It is what it is, but
it happens.
It's never too late.
No.
It's never too late. And I like that record. That record gets a lot of play.
Got you.
A lot of females like that record probably because of the reggae part of it.
Yeah, it's got a heavy reggae influence. You play it in like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I got a couple of dope reggae joints coming out this year.
Do you?
Yeah, with Daddy Notch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The next track was this one, 25-8, a play on 24/7, right?
Yep.
So, Napoleon the Legend, Joe Pesci, Innocent, question mark, Crazy DJ, Bizarro, and Lindsay Webster, who I assume is singing the hook on that one.
Lindsay Webster's on the hook. Yeah. She's actually a jazz contemporary artist from Peekskill. But she's big though. If you look her up, she's on. She's got like 4 or 5 records that hit like #1 on Billboard. She's doing big things. Okay. So it was a blessing to have her on the record.
Okay. The record's cool. I wrote down 110%. I felt like everybody.
I like that record too. Just more laid back. It's not that hard.
Not rah.
Yeah.
Which I think you did a good job of on the record. It's not all like in your face type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it is, but then it's not. Like it chills out for a minute, lets you like vibe out.
Yeah.
So I like it. I think appropriately named No Fast Forward. And then we went along and we hit New York Rap.
Yeah.
I'm starting to listen to more and more Fred the Godson as of late. I don't know why. I think, he's just, he's easy to listen to, and then I keep hearing things out there that, Fred the Godson, most down-to-earth person I know.
We didn't meet before we did this record. We actually just met probably like 2 months ago for the first time. Yeah. But the record happened easily and quick. Like I hit him on Instagram. He was like, yo, I'm doing this record, New York Rap. Would love to get a verse from you. Blah. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to the studio and I mean shit. Within like 2 hours I had a verse.
Oh, okay. So you were serious with it. Yeah, that's what's up. This one, in this song, you were flipping a horn in the mix for that. It's like kind of horn driven. You know what I mean? What's your take on that beat? Was that an older one, newer one?
Nah, that was like an on the spot beat. Like I made that beat and then was like, I gotta do something with this. Okay. And then immediately sent it to the 3 artists and
they were all like, yup. Yeah, I would have said yup too because I like it. And again, that's a song that's a little older.
Yeah,
because I had that
I put it out on CD as a single.
Yeah,
it was that with 25/8 on the back of it.
Got you.
Not on the back of it. I'm thinking tapes.
Yeah. Well, the other song.
The other song was 25/8.
We owned it and B-sided it, okay? And then a song comes up called "Shots Fired."
Yeah.
And you got.
A lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on this joint. I love the beat on this.
Yeah, there's a video for that too.
I love the beat on that.
Yeah.
But you got Royal Flush on this one.
Yeah, Royal Flush sets it off.
You got Cellar Dwellers. Yeah. Top Dog. Yeah. I never heard of the Bleach Brothers.
Bleach Brothers. Funny story. Bleach Brothers. Junkie Goods. Genesis LXG.
So tell me about who's Bleach Brothers. Does the name just jumps out at me?
Bleach Brothers. That's my man Dirtman and Rekka. One's from Queens, one's from Jersey. Actually, story of Bleach Brothers. Dirtman used to produce me back in the day. That was my producer. Lost contact over the years, whatever happened there. And, we linked up again, and we did the record.
Gotcha. That's what's up.
So it was pretty dope because he used, like I said, he used to produce me.
Yeah.
Now I'm producing
Table
a record
turn,
for him.
Yeah,
So
turn. Yeah. What goes around comes back around again.
Yeah.
All right. So then we had a joint in between. I feel like this is in between part 1 and 2, almost. Keep ducking.
Yeah, keep ducking.
And I had beat written down with a check mark, a hard check mark next to it.
Yeah, a lot of people like that.
I like this beat. Talk to me about this beat a little bit because you have this is the Curious from back in the day, right?
Yeah,
like Curious
from Walk Like a Duck.
Yeah, Walk Like a Duck.
That's why it's Keep Ducking.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It just clicked for me. Okay, so but it's Dell and Curious on it. Tell me a little bit about the track and how you got them two to do it.
Same thing, just reached out. Like I said, Dell's the homie.
Like that's your homie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, reached out to him and sent him a couple beats. And at the time he did this one. And was supposed to do a verse and a hook. Sent me back 2 verses and a hook. So I was just gonna leave it at that. And then somehow I just off of Dell's hook with him saying keep ducking. That's why I said, listen, wait a second, let me think a minute, and said Curious had a song called Walk Like a Duck. Yeah. So I said, let me see if he would do the record. So it was hard to reach out to him because he was nowhere to be found on Instagram or nothing. So
that's not his only appearance on you either, is it?
Curious, yeah, that's his only.
Oh, it
appearance.
is. Okay,
yeah. I forget how I actually finally reached him. Maybe Twitter, one of those things, or maybe through somebody. And once I told him Dell was on the record, he was like, "Yeah, no doubt," because I guess they have a history. From when Dell used to come to New York, I found out that Curious used to let Dell stay at the crib.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, wow, I didn't know that. And then Dell was telling me that, they used to freestyle together a lot, and I'm like, all right, so you guys have a history too, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, man.
So like I said, just basically put Curious just based off of Dell's hook, because he came with the whole concept of the keep ducking and all that.
Okay.
So
okay, I like that track though. I definitely like the beat on that one. And then we had Big Homie.
Yeah.
Featuring Lava, DV alias Christ, and again cuts by DJ Bless, and again going back to the idea of letting the song breathe, letting the DJ breathe on the hook a little bit, bringing it back. So this hook voice, was that Lava?
No, the hook is DV alias Christ.
It is.
Okay. Laba's the MC on the record.
Gotcha.
Lava, he's an artist that he's been around for a minute. If you look him up, he's done records with Snoop. He's done records with. He used to be with Flipmode for a little while. He was with, one of the albums, one of Busta's albums, I want to say. He's done records with everybody. And he's out in Brooklyn. And we just met through mutual friends. And actually, PF Cutting. I think we met through PF Cutting. And just made it happen. We were in the studio together for that too, so that was dope.
Did you once from there, once Big Homie goes down and and it's over, you come up with Shots Fired Part 2.
Yeah.
So I have a question. It's like, why Part 2? and did you want all these people on one track together, like 1 and 2, or was this purposely?
Part 2 came from because when I did Part 1, I sent that beat out to probably 20 MCs.
Oh, okay.
So some of them verses are verses that would have been on Part 1, but no one's going to listen to a 10-minute song. So
you had the verses.
I had a couple. I probably had like 3 of the verses.
Okay.
And then the rest were just getting the artists together.
The one that sticks out here is Al Tariq.
Yep, Al Tariq. That was actually that verse and Truth You No Lie was in studio.
Oh, okay.
It was out Tariq. He's from Peekskill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's living out there, and I used to go to a studio in Peekskill, and that's where we recorded.
And if y'all remember, and if you've been watching Finally TV, you'll know that this guy's from Peekskill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quiz y'all. I'm gonna make it. You're gonna have to put the answers down in the comments, and then I'm gonna start giving out things. You guys get it right, like gold stars and shit. All right. Then we move on after hearing a bunch of MCs kill it in Shots Fired Part 2. You move on to Brownsville, home of the brave. And obviously you got a bunch of Brooklyn Knights on here. But then you got MOP on the hook it's getting cut up or sampled, right? Looped or whatever. Yeah. Again, using other hip hop songs and lyrics for the hook for a new song. That's how it used to be done. Yeah, you know,
hip hop. DLP equals hip hop.
That's
Did
it,
you know
man.
that?
Yeah, man, that's what it is. So Brownsville, tell me a little bit about this. I mean, obviously I know why you named it that, but Stuck B, like you said, Sean Price's brother.
Yep.
We have 5 Foot from Black Moon, and then Illinois makes another appearance on here. And if y'all don't know, and if you don't remember, didn't watch the video, there is an affiliation with him and Boot Camp. You know, there's a strong connection there. So that's why there's an influence of those MCs on here. And you get a little Brooklyn influence.
Yeah, they're all from Brownsville too. So
yeah, well, you have them, yeah. And then MOP.
Yeah, MOP and all that. And,
so yeah, talk to me a little bit. The beat's dope. I can only assume that you probably were in studio for this one. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, we were in studio for that one. Mm-hmm. So that was a dope experience. Mm-hmm. At the time, to be honest, like, I was cool putting it out, but a little nervous at the same time because, number one, I'm not from Brooklyn. And because it was so MOP like influenced, these dudes wanted to perform the song. So I'm like, I know they're going to perform it. Yeah. Fame's going to be there. Like, what's he going to say? Yeah. He made his jokes. He definitely did. He's like, you owe me royalties and this and that. I'm like, nah. Like, it ain't for sale. Don't worry. But what was dope too was we also got their blessing, like both, like Billy Dan's and Fame. Like, yo, this song is crazy.
Oh, okay. And then we come to the grand finale on there, a song called Buggin, featuring Jux Diamonds, Dayamo Denko, Junkie Goods, and Mikey D from Main Source. I wrote here good ending, and again I wrote beat and a check mark. Like the beat, I thought it was a good way to end the album. Talk to me a little bit about this song, and was it intentional to put this song last?
I wouldn't say it's intentional. I didn't really think of like you know what it is like I said, there's going to be a CD version or it's a mixtape, and whatever order that these songs are in is how the DJ mixed them. So I just, when I put it on the album, I kept it the same way. So there was no real like specific order, but it is a dope way to end it. It just fit.
So and was that an old beat, new beat?
No, that was pretty new, but it was influenced by the song Whistle. I don't know if you remember that song. Or what was it? Or was it by Whistle, or the song was called Whistle? One of the two.
You got me thinking.
Let's Google it.
But no, it is. So it's 22 tracks, man. No fast forward, 22 tracks.
Yeah, it's an album, 22 songs. Nowadays, people put out albums and
there's 7 songs.
There's 7 songs. It's an EP.
Exactly.
You don't get a lot of albums.
My demo was 7 songs.
You don't get a lot of albums no more.
And just to say it point blank, it is DLP Bandcamp. No Fast Forward is the album. It's 22 tracks. But yo, the whole thing's fire. It's good. You know what I mean? It's a great compilation of work. I think it definitely, if you ever wanted to showcase to somebody, hey, I know how to work with artists. I can create a song concept. I know how to make a beat. Here you go. I mean, I couldn't give somebody a better resume on you. You know what I mean? So kudos to you, and just making it very clear, it is on Bandcamp. So the description will be down below.
Illuminati talk, use math when I equal. We way past the basics. I'm trained to move movements, move units like Iveen. Talk shit, hospital bed.
You are now rocking with veterans.